Hi, welcome to Sarah's How to Get Through. How did your Valentine's Day go? To be honest, mine wasn't as bad as I was expecting because I kind of just pretended it wasn't happening. Weirdly, my husband was actually here on Valentine's Day because it was my youngest's birthday party, and he came and helped out at the birthday party, so it was kind of a bit odd because we'd had such a nice Valentine's Day last year together and he'd made a real effort, and probably because he was feeling guilty because he was already having the affair. Never mind. So actually I just kind of pretended Valentine's Day was just an ordinary day, which it was for me. I didn't do anything special whatsoever. But obviously you are aware that it's happening because you can't really ignore it. It's everywhere, isn't it? People talk about it all the time. And there's all sorts of promotions and stuff going on in the shops and in restaurants and on TV. And so it's really hard to avoid it. And obviously now my whole attitude towards Valentine's Day is completely turned 180 degrees. I just get a real kind of grr when I see anything about Valentine's, like bloody Valentine's Day, you know. We didn't mention it to each other either, although part of me was thinking, you bastard. There was a lot of anger inside that I don't talk about to him, but there is a lot of anger because I'm thinking that Valentine's Day was so nice last year, and yet you were still having that affair with that. Well, how could you see? I can't reconcile that in my head because it's not something I would ever do. If I fell in love with someone else, I would not have an affair until I'd finished with the person I was with. That's just the way I've always been. And I thought he was the same. You know, for me, marriage was for life, and the vows are made in church. I meant every word. And yeah, and obviously we have different values, which is a bit of a disappointment after 27 years with someone. You find out they're actually not they don't have the same values you have. Anyway, this weekend the boys were with their dad, so I had the whole weekend to myself, which was actually really nice. I had a party on the Saturday night with friends. That was really nice, although it is dawning on me that when I go out in a group like that, I am the only single person. That's odd. And people who I don't know that well, I don't know if you get this, but you get this sense that they're like, keep your hands off my husband, you wench. And I'm like, I've got enough complications in my life with trying to sort out the finances, trying to sort out the house, coming to terms with the fact that my husband the father of my children is leaving the country in a couple of weeks' time, which is going to be another, I'm going to have emotional fallout from the children from that. I don't want any more complications in my life, and the last thing I want is, I don't even think about looking at anybody else's partner. I never would, but you know when people say, I'm really sorry about you and Mark, oh, you know, that was a real shock, and I'm like trying not to well up, because even though I'm dealing with it and I'm coping with it, when people ask me and are nice to me, it all starts going, you know, I'm like, don't be nice to me, just don't talk about it, don't be nice, because you just made me cry. I was driving in the car and I was in a really good mood, and I'd just been to see my sister and I was really happy, and on the radio the travel news came on, and in the travel news they mentioned a place called Ballater. And it was very weird because I've talked about these sniper moments before, but my God, this was a sniper moment. Now, Ballater is a place in Scotland, and it was a place that we visited when we were on our honeymoon. And I suddenly started to think about our honeymoon, and up until, and I haven't really thought about this before. I mean, you know, it's been almost a year now. And our honeymoon was one of my favourite memories ever because we had such a lovely time. We spent a week driving up to Scotland and then spent a week in Scotland in a beautifully remote cottage, and it was absolutely exactly the kind of honeymoon I wanted. We had a lovely time, just really did, and it was one of my favourite memories, and it's all tainted now, isn't it? And then, of course, because I was thinking about the honeymoon, I then started thinking about our wedding day, and our wedding day used to be one of my favourite memories ever. We had such a lovely day, it was beautiful. Thoroughly enjoyed my wedding day. But now that memory is tainted, and it's like all these precious memories are now smeared or tainted, and I got quite upset in the car, you know, had one of my teary moments, my emotional moments. And it was weird because I was in such a happy place, and then just this one word on the travel news took me straight back to a memory that used to be beautiful and lovely and now is not. I just had a little cry in the car, and it was a cry, it was a sort of the emotion of loss of a precious memory that is now not the same anymore. And that's things you have to deal with it somehow. And again, it sort of made me a bit cross with him because he spoiled all these memories by what he's done. All these lovely memories we used to have. I mean, I don't know how he's dealing with all this. Does he care? Is he even bothered? I don't know. No idea. Anyway, let me know how you got on. What did you do on your Valentine's Day to cope with it? Did you have a good one? Have you met somebody new and had a lovely time? But no, I'm pleased to say that I didn't feel particularly miserable on Valentine's Day. What did I do in the evening? Did I do anything? I think I just watched The Voice on telly and drank wine, which is kind of what I like to do anyway. There's the burp. Every bloody... I'll tell you why I'm burping. Well, apart from the fact I'm just a burper. This is actually one of my saviour drinks. It's elderflower cordial with tonic water, and I put it in a flute and it stops me drinking Prosecco because that would be wrong. Please remember to comment. There's some comment boxes down there. There's also a like. Could you press the like and like this video? Or if you hate it, do that. Doesn't matter. You can contact me at sarahgetsthrough@gmail.com, but as I said before, that will be changing, but I'll let you know what it is when it is. Share the videos, talk about it, talk about your issues that you're going through. I'd love to hear about what everyone else is going through and how you get through. Anyway, you take care, be kind to yourself, and we will speak soon. Well, no, we won't, as you know. But I will put another video up soon. Take care, bye. Mwah. So cheers.